Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you celebrate Lunar New Year, Happy New Year to you. It feels very festive today as I do celebrate it. So it feels like the festivities continue from Christmas to New Year's now to the Lunar New Year. I am here to do a comparison video today as requested by one of my followers, and it was actually requested earlier this month, but I wanted a little bit more time to kind of test out the bags before I show you what I thought. The two brands in question are Polene and Senreve. So if you're interested in either or both of those brands, definitely stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, my name is Emily and I do handbag unboxing, reviews, comparisons. I also love to travel and I love fashion, so you'll see those sprinkled into my channel. If you're interested in those things, definitely consider subscribing. I try to upload once a week, and yeah, so you'll be notified of my future videos. All right, so you see a lot of bags right here, and probably in the thumbnail, it's because I am comparing some bags that I've been loving, and I wanted to share it with you. Like I said, the two brands that I have here are Senreve and Polene. I only have one Polene, and it is in this color and style and size. This is the numero un in the blue or navy with the croc embossed, as you can see. This is my newest addition to my handbag in comparison to all of these ones, but I have had at least a little bit over a month to use it, to try it out, so that way I can kind of give you some good feedback. But that's what this one looks like. And I have three more bags here. They're all from Senreve, and they're all different sizes of the same bag. So starting from the smallest, we have the mini Maestra. This is my first Maestra bag from Senreve, and I have it in this sort of lilac mauve color, and it is in the mimosa leather. If I hold it closer, you'll see the striation. It resembles sort of the epi leather from Louis Vuitton, if that helps. So here's my mini. And then my second bag that I got in the Maestra line from Senreve is the midi size. And so, like you can see, I'm working my way up, but this is the midi size and it is slightly bigger. This one is also in the mimosa leather. I just happen to get two of the same kind of leathers, but I have other bags that are not Maestra in different leathers. So I have pebbled leather, I also have the dragon leather. So I can also touch on those if you're interested. Leave a comment below, just because it's too much to cover so many different topics. I have to break it up. But if that's something you're interested in, definitely let me know. This is the comparison. This is the mini, this is the midi. So you can see it is just a smidge bigger, but you could fit a lot more in this one than you can in this one, just for your information. The next bag that I got, which was very recently, I think it was the around November time, and it is my largest size. This is the regular size Maestra, and this is the one that I've been using for the past 2 months for work. It has all my work stuff in it, so it's actually very heavy, and this is just what it looks like. This is in the Dulce leather. This is the leather that they just came out with, so it is fairly new. This is the only one that I have from that leather line, leather type, I guess. Oh my god, it's so heavy. So let me just hold it up and compare it with the midi size. As you can see, it is a little bit bigger. Again, it could hold a lot more just because of the size in the back. So I guess I can compare this with the mini. I don't know if that even makes sense to do that, but that's what it looks like. Here, let me just show you the Polene and the Maestra. In terms of dimension, I've looked it up online, and the Polene is actually the closest to the Maestra, the largest size. But when I held it up, you can see that it's actually really big. Like the Maestra is really big compared to the Polene. So I'm not sure why. I think part of it has to do with that the Senreve bags are smaller on the bottom, and then it goes up and are bigger as you go up the bag. Whereas Polene, you can see it actually gets smaller as you go up the bag. I think in just looking at the size of the bag with your eyes, without measurements, these two are actually more comparable. The midi Maestra is 10.5 at the base wide, and it's 13.25 inches at the top wide. So you can see it gained an extra 3 inches. And then the height is 8.75 and the depth is 5.75. Whereas the Polene, you have the bottom at 12.6 inches, the height at 9 inches, and the depth at 6.5 inches. Oh, and you know, that's the funny thing, because if I looked at this, I would say the depth of the Maestra, Midi Maestra, looks bigger than the Polene. I don't know. It's just, looks can be deceiving, I suppose. So let me just show you now what it looks like inside. The Polene has a little magnetic snap closure here, as you can see, and it has some buttons here to cinch it in, and the inside is like that. So let me just open the buttons. That way you can see it better. And then the inside, I have a little tissue in it. Don't mind me, let me just take that out really quick. It's actually very hard to see because the inside is also a similar color, like a navy blue color. And it is in a twill cotton material. I'm not sure if you can see very well. I'm gonna try to show you, but it's one big pocket compartment, and it has a zip pocket in the back and 2 slip pockets along the back. And it also has a slip pocket here, where if I just grabbed my phone, the Pixel 2, it's an old phone, you can see that it just slides right in there. So that's what this one looks like. It has a top handle, and it also has a crossbody strap, which is very, very soft, as you can see, and it's adjustable just slightly, and you can remove it. I've seen other people remove this strap completely and be able to hook on a different strap right here on this D-ring. So that's always a good plus, to have the ability to do that. This crossbody strap is very soft, very comfortable, but I am worried because it is so soft what would happen later down the line, just because, you know, I don't want it to break or like to warp. Yeah, so far so good. In terms of wear and tear, I have not noticed too much. If I have to point out something, you can kind of see up front here. This is pebbled leather, by the way. There's like a mark down right here. So I have scuffed it right there. And then if I open this, let's see, I think I saw another one. Nope, I guess not. I thought I did, but again, like, I'm nitpicking here. Like, it's done quite well. The leather is very soft, but because it's pebbled, it has some patterns on it, so it makes it so you can see that scratch right there. So it makes it harder to see. Again, same with the embossed croc. You can see that even if there's a scratch, it's a lot harder to see. The back looks fine, and since this is a dark color, there's no color transfer. The bottom is unscratched. The corners still look quite good. Yep. Like I said, this has been used for a month. I've only had it for a month, so yeah. Okay, let's move on to what the Midi Maestra looks like. This one, the opening is like a snap, kind of toggle button. It's not a magnetic closure. You lift this to open into the bag, lined with a micro suede, and there is a slip pocket in the back that you can close with this little snap. There are a few slip pockets here. There is a zip pocket on this side, along with more slip pockets. Sorry, there's like receipts in here because I've been using it too. So yeah, so it looks like you can see that it is a lot easier to see because the lining is a different, lighter color. The lining is also of this water-resistant, scratch-resistant micro suede. So even though it's a lighter color, I'm not worried to use it. I haven't seen any issues. The back of the bag, again, has the same slip pocket. Grab my phone. Let's see see there. Both of them do not fit the phone in all the way, but it doesn't pop out on the other side, so that's nice. And then if I were to look at scratches or dings on this bag, I don't remember seeing any, honestly. Like, yeah, there are none. This leather is so strong. This, I don't know if you can hear it. This leather is like the epi, like I said, and it is heavily strong, water resistant. I've been caught in the rain with this one. And it is also scratch resistant and stain resistant. So as you can see, even though it's a lighter bag, there are no color transfers whatsoever. I usually use it as a backpack. So you can see this right here. And I usually hold it by the top handle like here. But occasionally I do lift this strap up and then it becomes a crossbody strap, which is very neat. So let me just adjust it so you can see right here. And even though wearing this crossbody and this is hitting my clothes and everything, it has no color transfer, no scratches at the bottom. Corners look great. This one does feel slightly heavier than this, but only by a smidge. I think partly because of the lining. This one is a micro suede, whereas that one is canvas cotton. So I think that is what adds to it. Both of them have a leather strap, so it doesn't add weight here. This strap, even though it's more rigid, it does have a really nice, thick kind of band at the top, so that if you were to wear it crossbody, it distributes the weight a lot more than this thin strap. Whereas this one, it doesn't have anything. It is already very soft, but it doesn't have an additional like thicker piece. So if you're more sensitive on your shoulders to wear crossbody, I feel like this one might dig in more if I had to say, but I honestly have never had any issues with either. So let's talk about price, because that is a big factor in comparison. And the Polene retails for $420 US dollars, and there is a $25 shipping. I have not been asked to pay duty or customs or anything like that, but that would obviously depend on your country. Polene comes from France, and Senreve comes from the US, I believe more so like San Francisco area, and I had to pay tax on them, but shipping and returns are free and it's really fast, probably because I live around there. But the midi size, it ranges depending on the leather types that you get. The pebbled one is $7.95, so it is a little bit less than double the price of the Polene. So that is a big difference if you're considering and you're on a budget and, you know, like you just don't want to spend so much on your first go. I don't know. So yeah, that is a difference. I would say then, in terms of wear and tear, this one, even though I've had it for longer, it feels just as brand new as the first day. Whereas this one, I've had it for a month and I cannot tell, so I can't, you know, but I would say the leather feels a lot softer. So I am a little bit more concerned in the future. But again, I'll keep an eye out. I'll update you should I see something. One thing I did wanted to point out was the leather type. This one is a soft pebbled leather. As you can see, it's like very squishy and, you know, malleable. My Astra in the Mimosa line is very tough. Like if you press on it, the entire thing moves. And so I actually really like structured bags, which is why I didn't mind. But I wanted to show you another option if you like more squishier leather, and it is the Dulce leather, and this is why I got it, because the Dulce leather is supposed to be softer and lighter. So in a bigger bag where I'm going to keep my laptop in it, I definitely went with this one just because it's softer and it's lighter. So if I bring it closer, you can see this one is pebbled leather, and if I like squish it, there's stuff in it, so it's hard to see, but like you can see it's much softer than the Mimosa leather. And again, I've been wearing this as a backpack just because of how big it is, and for 2 months straight I've been wearing with everything. I've been caught in the rain with this one as well. I should really take care of my bags better. But you can see like no color transfer, and nowhere that I can see. I'm like looking, I've looked earlier today, and there's like no scratches, no anything. The only thing I would say that maybe I saw something is like on the edge here. I don't know if you can see that. there's a little bit of like peeling of the maybe, I don't know, it's just, anyway, there's something coming off, and I think that's from the, what is it called? The little glue, or I don't know the term, but it's a thing that they put on the side of the leather, you know, just to protect it. So it's probably that, but it hasn't been too big of an issue. If it does become an issue, I'll definitely keep you posted, and I'll definitely contact Senreve, because for the amount of money you're spending, you know, they should really take care of it. But they also have like a lifetime warranty guarantee or something. So definitely will be contacting them if I see anything. Alright guys, so I have changed the angle to hopefully help you see this better. I'm going to put the big like things that I think most people would want to know about, and I have a hint water bottle here. You can use obviously any water bottle, but this is just the one I have. And if I dropped it in there, you can see that it falls right in, no issues. You can close the bag, you won't see it. Zip wallet, this one is from Senreve, but you can use obviously any one. Right there that I've slipped it into. A micro pochette from Louis Vuitton, and that one can go right there. I also have a notebook, which is the current notebook that I'm using for filming and jotting down ideas. Like I said, that one fits in right there very nicely. And there's still a lot of space. Obviously, I can put a lot more stuff in there. I have a cosmetic pouch. This one has like band-aids, eyeliner, powder, chapstick, everything in there. So as you can see right there, lots of space. I could also fit a lot more stuff, but I just wanted to give you an idea of sort of the more bulky items. Obviously the smaller chapstick, lipstick, you can slip in like these compartments. Pens, I have one right here. So yeah, it's very, very roomy. The Polene, this is the biggest size that they have. So if you want a laptop, you cannot move up. Whereas the Senreve, if you do want a laptop to go in, again, you can go with a bigger size. So if you're looking for a tablet, I think this one's a good one still. I'm able to fit an Apple iPad. I'm able to fit some other smaller tablets, but in terms of a laptop 13-inch, neither of these can fit. This one can do it in a pinch, but I wouldn't do it because it does poke out a little bit and I don't like that. So with the Polene, you do have to open this, otherwise it's really hard to get it in. So you see, there's the water. It is a little bit more shallow on this bag, but it does fit and it can close, no problem. And then my cosmetic pouch drops right in there, right there. So I've slipped it in there. Micro pochette. I don't know if I said I have my keys, car keys and house keys in here. And then the notebook. It doesn't have an extra slip pocket, but I can easily slip it just right there, as you can see. So this is the wallet. This is the notebook. Here's my makeup pouch. Here is the micro pochette up there, water bottle, and you can still close it. And as you can see, I didn't need to snap the buttons in to close this, and it's fine. So yeah, it could pretty much fit everything. As you can see, there's a lot more space up here. Like, you could definitely fit more stuff. I don't know what I would put at the moment, but if I had a scarf, I could lay it on top. If I have sunglasses, I could lay it like right here. I don't have one right now, but you can see that it would fit. I still have the sticker on this one. Another thing I forgot to mention earlier when showing you the bag is that there's a zipper on the Maestra, on all of the Maestras, and you don't have to close. I usually don't zip it up, to be honest. Like even with my laptop bag, I just snap this shut and it does not open. Whereas the Polene, you only have one pocket. You could cinch it in with these buttons, and when these buttons are shut, it does make it a lot harder to grab things. Like I could still pull out my cosmetic pouch, but it'll be a lot harder. So there's no zip pocket, unfortunately. So you do have to make sure that you close this completely to make sure it is safe. Although nothing has ever fallen out when I did not close this. Like if I had it open like this and held it like this, you can see that it's still fine. Yep. But I hope this was helpful. I hope this answered some questions. If it raised more questions, that is all right. I will be more than happy to answer them. Leave them in the comments below. If you have a request of a different comparison that you did not see here, I will also try to do one in the future. So just let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.